What's going on, everybody? Brucie and AG are back for a brand new episode of Keeping Up with the North. We got quite the agenda today. We're going to talk about some combat sports, lots of headlines, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Minnesota Twins. We're at the All-Star break. We got a little bit of Viking stuff to cover. But yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, so Ian Greer,
Number one.
WBC came out with some rankings for Muay Thai, came up as the number one fighter. Thank you again, Ian, for hopping on the podcast with us.
He was on here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll put the link at the top here. And then Nick Crone, also a Free Spirit Muay Thai guy.
Yep, he's training out of Tulum, Mexico. He came in at number 6 at the 147-pound weight division. Ian's at 154. Ian's also training out on Sitan Penang in Thailand. So Minnesota guys getting recognized around the area, which is great, especially in the States. You know, Muay Thai is not really too big in the Midwest and the United States in general, but it's good to see those guys at WBC. So it's a World Boxing Council. They do they got rankings for boxing. Everyone probably knows about those belts, and they do it for Muay Thai as well. So.
And that was something that I didn't know that we were discussing before this, was that they had a Muay Thai section.
Yeah,
as well.
Exactly.
So Nick Crone actually is one guy that we've been talking about trying to get an interview with.
Yeah.
So we'll see about doing that
on the road,
maybe in the future here. And then we got some more Free Spirit Muay Thai guys. They had some Ignite fights going on at the DoubleTree this past weekend.
On Bloomington. Well, you dine at Bloomington. Huge hotel. It's a pretty cool venue. I don't know if I'd pay for general admission again, though, because it was freaking crowded, man. You know, the fights didn't go how we expected.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both real competitive fights, fun to watch. Jamel lost unanimous decision to Alex Figueroa. You know, we'll see what goes on. You'll get the next one, hopefully.
Isaiah Mato lost via split decision to Ozzy Judge.
Yep, very close fight. I think Ozzy, the reason they gave it to Ozzy is the knees. I mean, they weren't doing that much damage, but it's it's how much you're throwing, how active you are. It was a really close fight. I thought it could have gone either way. We had 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. I don't know where the 30-27 came from, because I don't think either of them won all 3 rounds. No. But it is what it is. That was a great fight. And Isaiah's a little upset, because the announcer said he's from West St. Paul, and he's from the West Side.
Completely different.
Yeah, so, it's a little disrespectful. But I don't know. It's different, but it's the same but different. And then we had Gabe Bronco defeated Ricky Rodriguez first round TKO. You block with your shin.
Yep.
So that's what happened. And then we had Scott Hustlebus defeated Joey Rodriguez. They threw in the towel at the 3rd round. That was a pretty entertaining fight, man. He put the work on him.
Yeah.
So
what a name, Hustlebus.
Hustlebus, yeah. So he's out of the Burnsville Academy.
Yeah.
But yeah, sounding like the next fights might be in November at the same venue. So
that'd be awesome to see some of you guys out there if you're into fighting. I know that we did a poll a little while back, and it seemed like more people wanted to
hear more about fighting. And they do mix MMA in too. So if you don't want to watch a Muay Thai, which would be a mistake, because no offense, but grappling gets a little boring. You know what I mean? I know you're a wrestler and all, but
hey.
People want to see violence.
Talking about violence and mixed martial arts, UFC 290 took place this past weekend as well. Yes. Robbie Lawler went in balls to the fucking wall.
Yeah, first round KO against Nico Price, 38 seconds into the first round. Hey, we were at the bars after the fights. Yeah. We were over at good old Shamrocks on the West End there. I looked away for, a minute. I was grabbing a drink, and then I looked back. I'm like, what's going on? The fight not happened? That's how quick it was. And, there was 4 finishes under 40 seconds. Bo Nickel was one of those guys, too. I mean, he kind of fought a trash can. Yeah,
so you said Bo Nickel's opponent, took it with 2 weeks?
Yeah, about, not even that, a week notice.
That's not even enough
the
time.
guy's 7-0, had 5 first-round finishes. But, Bo Nickel's the hype train for the UFC right now. They're really getting his name out there. They want to hype him up.
Yeah.
So I really want to see him fight, maybe a rank. They're not going to give him a rank guy. I want to see him fight someone who's, fully put together. He hasn't really fought anyone terrific or anything yet.
Get somebody that's a little more established.
Yeah, and then, he had it was the first round KO, and that was 38 seconds in the first round. 38 was the lucky number.
That's crazy.
So, and, I had a bet on him to land 10 significant strikes, but, we couldn't even get that close. He probably landed 5 and the fight was over. Looked like the guy, I don't know. The guy was just...
Then you got Dan Hooker, wins via decision against Jalen Turner.
That fight was a banger.
broke orbital.
Yeah, so Hooker broke his orbital bone, and then he broke his arm in the fight.
Yeah.
It was one of the better fights on the card for sure. I thought Hooker was going to end it at one point, and then Turner, he's got a good chin. It was a really good fight. Dan Hooker's a real fun guy to watch. He's one of Adesanya's guys.
Yeah.
Same with Volkanovski. They all kind of trained together with Eugene Behrman. That guy's got a hell of a team. And then we, talking about Adesanya, looks like his next fight's going to be against Dricus Duplessis. Duplessis actually beat Whitaker, which surprised me. He knocked him out. And then Adesanya came into the ring after and, dropped the N-bomb about 100 times.
He started going off a little bit.
Duplessis says he's from South Africa, so
yep.
Says he's a king of Africa, but he is white.
His African brother, that's what he called him.
Yep. Well, no, he said, I'm no brother of you. But, yeah, that fight was pretty entertaining. I'm going to be completely honest. I was pretty balls deep in the drink, so I was Don Julio, Modelo's with limes, and, man, it was a good night of fights, though. A lot of violence. My voice was just scratchy as hell the next day. A lot of yelling, too. It is what it is, though. And then Brandon Moreno lost to decision to Alexander Pantoja.
Yep.
Got fight of the night honor. Some are actually calling it fight of the year already. Pantoja has Moreno's number. He beat him in the Ultimate Fighter before they were in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him by decision in the UFC. And then he beat him by decision again. So, I don't know. I think this Albazi guy, this Iraqi guy, I think he's going to be fighting Pantoja next. So, we'll see. And then
Volkanovski beats Yair Rodriguez.
Yep, and he reclaimed his number one pound-for-pound spot in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's on fire. It's looking like he's going to fight this Topuria guy. He's kind of an up-and-comer, but he's been on a roll lately as well. He just put the work on Josh Emmett not too long ago. So look for that. That's going to be a great fight. And then more combat headlines. Francis Ngannou is taking on Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia in October. This is going to be one of the biggest fights of all time.
Now, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
We've been hearing rumors about it, but now it sounds like it's official. And, people are saying Francis Ngannou fumbled the bag, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to be making millions and millions of dollars off this fight.
This is going to be a huge fight.
I'm not sure if he'll win. Tyson Fury's like one of the best heavyweight boxers of all time.
Yeah. And it's really hard for those guys that come from UFC to make that transition into the boxing world.
Yeah, it's like, you can be a good boxer in MMA, but you're going against a guy who that's what he does.
Solely boxing.
Yeah, exactly. And then another huge fight that got announced. Dana White announced it a couple days ago. John Jones versus Stipe Miocic.
I'm excited for this one.
That's announced for UFC 294 in November. That'll be November 11th, actually.
Yep.
Two GOATs of the sport. Stipe is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time in the UFC. And then John Jones is like pound for pound one of the best of all time. He's been through a lot and everything, but look, that's going to be just I'm intrigued on who else is going to be fighting on that card.
Electric. That's
and it's going to be at Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
So now we're going to get into
some baseball.
Not as exciting as punching in the face and kicks and knees and 38-second knockouts, but hey, Minnesota Twins 45 and 46 at the break just got swept by the Royals.
As much of a fan as I am of baseball, the Minnesota Twins are kind of letting us down.
Yeah,
what Guardians are they? They're half game ahead now.
Half game up.
So it's like, come on, you had 4.5 game lead, 5 game lead over them.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, just like every other year, the gap is closing. We're just not getting the at-bats that we need to.
We need to turn it around. The trade deadline's coming up, too.
I saw that, yeah.
I've seen some rumors. Someone said, I was on Score North. They're talking about if we should go after Paul Goldschmidt. That would be a pretty huge bat. Honestly, I think you may just have to get rid of the fucking hitting coach.
Yeah. At this point, it's either the hitting coach.
The talent.
It's either the hitting coach or Baldelli that's got to go. But the fact of the matter is that Baldelli's done decent in past years. The hitting's just been so shit.
Oh, I know. It's so frustrating, too. You look at Buxton. I could have Gallo. He's not.
Well, yeah, we took a shot at him. He's kind of been in the dumps the past few years. So it's like.
Look at Royce Lewis. He's going to be out for a while with that oblique injury. It's going to be one of those guys, man. He may just not be able to stay healthy.
Another Buxton.
But, hey, we got 2 All-Stars.
Yeah,
Sony Gray. Pablo Lopez's last 3 starts. He's been on fire. He just pitched a complete game shutout the other night.
Yep.
He's top in the league in strikeouts. It's actually an interesting stat I saw. Pull up here on my telefono de uno.
Like
Pablo Lopez among qualified AL starters. Number 2 in innings. Number 2 in strikeouts. It's actually number 3 in ERA.
hey,
Number 4 in innings per start. He's got strikeout per walk ratio 7. He strikes a lot of guys out, man.
yeah.
And then, God, the pitching's been fucking on fire, dude.
Which is very odd because in years past, it's
always
been completely
the
opposite.
hitting does good and the pitching's ass. Our bullpen's kind of eh.
Yeah,
But look at Joe Ryan. You just look at our staff in general. Number 1 in ERA, number 1 in strikeout rate, number 1 in on-base percentage, number 1 in slugging, number 1 in OPS, number 1 in innings per start, number 1 in quality starts.
Yep.
And number 1 in strikeouts per walks.
Yep.
So, that's huge. But then, we talk about the hitting. They lead the league in strikeouts with 916 strikeouts at the break. This has got to be some sort of record, strikeouts. It's got to be the hitting coach.
What's the new nick? We'll have to come up with a new nickname because before they were Bomber Squad when they were hitting well. Now we got to find the name out for pitching.
Yeah. I'll say Poopy Squad for hitting now.
But, the hitting, we lead the league in strikeouts. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's not good. And it's not even, we're probably up 65. I think Mariners are second.
Yeah.
And we have quite the gap.
So like we said, we need a new hitting coach, get a big slugger before the deadline.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt would be an upgrade at first base.
Somebody. We got to get a big name. And I've been hearing rumors, Sonny Gray. They're talking about possibly trading him, but I don't know. Ober's been solid. Right here, this is what Sonny Gray said. Wouldn't shock me if I didn't play anymore after this year. Wouldn't shock me. Do I want to? What the fuck? Do I want to? Do I think I can? Absolutely. And I can at very, very high level. It's not about the money. It's whether you still enjoy it and does your family still enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. I hope he sticks around. I see. That's the thing. They could trade if, say, the break ends and we just shit the bed.
Trade him.
Then they're probably going to trade him away because then we're not going to be in contention.
Right.
You can go 2 ways with this. You trade your guys away, give them to someone else, and then just get some lame ass prospects that may or may not pan out.
Right.
Or you go after some big power, get some guys that are consistent hitters, and see what we can do. But they just had the draft too. Walker Jenkins.
What a name.
What a sick ass name. And Doug Mankiewicz said he's a great kid, really good ball player. He's focused, just a great guy all in all. Very solid draft pick, I think.
And then we got Charlie Soto, 17 years old, and he throws 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, and he's 17. That would be huge,
insane.
And that'll be a guy, like Duran. But we'll see. I watched the home run derby last night. Guerrero won. Frickin' J-Rod and Julio Rodriguez had 42 in the first round. Imagine having 42 in the first round
and losing.
Yeah. And Guerrero had 72, I think, total in the whole derby. It was close. So Rosarena almost carried away. And I'll tell you what, I think the home run derby is probably one of the best events throughout all sports for All-Star.
Yeah.
When you look at the NBA All-Star games, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's high score. And they need to make it more exciting somehow.
When you look at NFL's.
Flag football.
That is so
skills challenge. Skills challenge is
I like the skills challenge more than I like the flag football. I don't really care for it. But you get those guys on there because you know that they can play hard. But at the same time, nobody's trying to get hurt. So I understand that.
Yeah. Well, then we got training camp starting up soon. What's that, end of the month?
Yeah, so training camp starts July 29th is when they're reported to get back. And then their first padded practice is that following Monday. So
check it out. Maybe get a little vlog at training camp.
That would be pretty cool. We could get out there. I know that.
Try to get some media passes. Huh?
It's pretty. Hey, that would be awesome. But it's pretty easy to get tickets to go to the training camps.
Yeah, it's like $15-20.
We'll get boozed up there, just like we get boozed up at the Twins games too.
Yeah, maybe be a little more focused on the action instead of the boozing. But the boozing's fun. And then tomorrow, that quarterback shit on Netflix drops. Kirk Cousins, Pat Mahomes, and
yep.
I like how you got a top tier quarterback, a mid tier quarterback, and then a low tier quarterback.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, it's real random.
What?
Real random. And then Justin Jefferson came out with his top 5 QBs.
Oh, I saw this
Mahomes,
today.
Rodgers, Burrow, Hurts, down. I don't blame him. he's just being honest.
But listen,
Kirk Cousins isn't on the level of that.
But listen, number 2, Rodgers, after last year.
Yeah.
I understand you got to respect your elders.
Yeah.
And, I get that, but come on.
Yeah.
And then he did say at the end of it though 5, and then so he said 5 Josh Allen, and then Kirkle Baines or whatever, Kirkle Baines.
Kirk Thuggins.
Whatever it was.
I don't think he's 6. I think he's like 8 or 9.
I could see that. Yeah, because you still got Lamar Jackson that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Lamar Jackson's probably, I don't know, let's trade him out for maybe Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. It's really dependent upon what you want to do. Do you want to throw the ball or run the ball?
Exactly.
So Rodgers has more of an accurate throw, can throw it deep as hell.
Yeah, he's got a
He's got a cannon.
Poor Zach Wilson sit on the sidelines on that.
Yeah, I don't think Zach Wilson ever really touches the field again.
Mr. What was that you said?
Mr. Milf Chaser.
He is, but what'd you say about 6 months? You would love to have him on. Give him a shot on the Vikings, huh?
I'm not gonna. I just said that if you give him a new shot at life, right? Give him a new team, whole different space,
new family.
Yep. Let him get coached up by somebody else. Yeah.
Maybe get his ass kicked.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that just bring him down to earth a little bit. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited for the Vikings coming up here. Twins, hopefully we get some things figured out.
Turn things around after the break. Give us 15-2.
Oh.
Ooh, and we just talked about being the best pitcher in the league.
Yeah. And we did pitch that game, actually. That was,
I think that was Sonny Gray.
Yeah, Sonny Gray started, and then, bullpen really blew it up. Honestly. We're going to find this information out. Just keep it up.
And then tonight we got the All-Star games on tonight. And see, I like the baseball All-Star game because they play for something. They played for home field advantage in the World Series. All right, let's see. I'm pretty sure it was Sonny Gray. Unbelievable. Eduardo Julian, how about him?
Oh, Joe
Ryan. He had 10 strikeouts, but gave up 5 runs.
Damn.
Pagan, only 1 hit, but he only faced 1 batter.
Cole Sands
came in and shit the bed, 6 runs. You know who the fuck that guy is. Jordan Blagojkovic.
That guy's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
He's been coming up.
No, you have 1 run. 4 hits, but you had 3 strikeouts.
He was
Jorge, let's go, Jorge. 1 inning and 2 strikeouts.
Oh, what was the guy that we just got? That was like he won a Cy Young a few years back.
Oh,
playing in AAA.
Dallas Keuchel. I don't know what they're.
I've heard he's doing actually pretty.
He has
good
been. I just don't get what the plan. I mean, you can't put him in the starting rotation. Throw him in the bullpen, maybe.
Bullpen.
I don't know why they haven't DFA'd Emilio Pagan. I mean, we always talk about this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got a crush on him. Maybe they like him a lot.
I was listening to another podcast, TF Twins. Shout out to him too. So I was listening to him, and he thinks that it's just because they wanted to have some leadership, some veteran leadership. I don't really like Pagan. I don't think anybody likes Pagan.
That guy's a piece of shit.
He's not really the
be
greatest pitcher.
He's just saying. But yeah, I think that is it. This is Keeping Up with the North, home of Minnesota Daily Sports.
Hit that like, subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell, stay notified, and we'll be back next week.